up, folks? Oh. Welcome to another live Q&A here on the Standalone Outdoors page. Hope everybody's doing good today. This nice rainy Sunday. We'll wait a few minutes here and let some few people jump on here, see if anybody jumps on. If not, it'll be live on the website just as soon as Facebook post gets it posted and I can get on there and get it posted to the page or to the website. I'll get that done. Trying to get logged onto the computer here. Got a few things I need to get done. Oh, well, I'm hoping everybody's had a good weekend. I have had a decent weekend, I guess you could say. Friday, got yard work done. Got the yard all spiffed up. It's raining or been raining and got warm and grass grew and grass looks good. Got everything all trimmed up, ready to go. Everything's looking good. So, yeah. Pardon me, I get my water here. All right. Well, like I said, welcome to another Q&A. Let's go ahead and get this rolling and get this kicked off. Got some food I got to get cooked on the flat top. I'm gonna get some hot Italian sandwiches tonight. Last night I made some venison smash burgers. Delicious, man, delicious. Do an egg on there, some bacon. Pepper jack cheese was good. It wasn't too bad after spending all day spring cleaning the house, getting everything put back up from deer season, and house is kind of a mess. Found some deer hair laying in the corner in here in the office apparently from hunting clothes or boots or something. I don't know. Either way, got that all done. Last week me and the wife, we went out and moved that stand, as you guys seen. I put that on the web page or on the Facebook page there, and that all taken care of last weekend, and did a little mushroom hunting. Didn't find anything. Oh well, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get another warm spell here shortly. We had a lot of rain yesterday and today. If we get a good warm snap and the sun pop out good, we might see some shrooms pop up, but I don't know. Not very hopeful. Illinois weather. That's the way it is. Anyway, so let's get on with this Q&A here. First question come in via the webpage contact info. And if anybody's visited the webpage, you know you can go to a tab there and it says contact. You can contact us, send us a message. I believe it is on there, and it might even have a link to our Facebook messages as well. So anytime you got a question, just you can throw that out there on that if you happen to be on the webpage and see these Q&As. But this one came through that. I don't know what the gist of it was. I'm thankful that you guys are submitting questions. First one says, I'm hunting public land, and as always, every year I have a problem finding the deer after the rut and the leaves drop. Any suggestions would be appreciated. Well, Bub, I'm not sure what you mean by the leaves drop, because normally here in Illinois, by the time the leaves drop, most generally, the rut is already kicking. And matter of fact, it's almost dead in the prime. Well, that's how it is here in the Midwest. My go-to suggestion is go to the thickest cover, and where you find the thickest cover, you're going to find the deer. If you're hunting public ground and you don't have time to do any scouting. Otherwise, get out, boots on the ground. Best way, I always say it, get boots on the ground, start looking. Don't tromps around too much. You might spook them out of there. Try to find your food source there that is close. If you got crop fields that are out, especially some corn that maybe the farmer hasn't dished up yet, but has harvested. I can tell you right now, you'll see it on the shotgun episode. You'll see the cornfield. But when I went to the public land that I hunted, Clinton Lake, me and Dad, we topped the hill, and they had harvested the corn, but still had stalks up, and there was all kinds of deer sign all around it. So find the food source. If there's no crop fields around, look for acorn trees, persimmon trees, deer like hedge apples. Find those sort of things, and try to find you some good trails going in and out of that. Maybe find the bedding. All the things that you should be doing during your preseason scouting and throughout the year. I have a little 10-acre spot where I bow hunt, and I am constantly walking that property, and I see tons of deer all the time. I'm constantly looking to make sure they're still running the same trails, make sure they're still running to where all the acorns at, make sure they're still running to where the hedge apples are at. And that sort of thing, and make sure they're still still going to the same paths, going to the bedding. Get in there, and I mean, that's my best suggestion. Find your food source. If you can find a food source and a water source, you're going to find some deer trails, and set up along one side of one of them deer trails, and you're going to see them. So that's my best, I would say my best suggestion is do that. And if you can't find any of those, then, like I said at the beginning, find your thickest cover, go to your thickest cover, and more than likely you're going to find some deer. Back off of that thick cover 20, 30 yards, or maybe even 40 or 50, and find you a good trail that's leading into that thick cover and set up along that, and you should see some deer. As far as, like I said, with the leaves being down here in Illinois, that's by the time the rut is over, the leaves are way down. They're completely down, and they've been down through the rut, even before the rut. All right, the next question came through Facebook, the Facebook Messenger app that we have set up. It says, why don't some people hunt? Now, I don't know. I can't answer that truthfully or wholeheartedly. I don't know why some people don't hunt. Some people just don't believe in it. Some people are vegetarians. Some people are like PETA. They just don't believe in killing animals, and which is very sad. The art and sport of hunting is something to be led and something to teach our children as they grow. Video games have played a big part in that. If I can jump on a video game and play a video game all day and pretend that I'm killing a deer, what do I need to go out for? I mean, if you're not set on and don't like to eat deer meat, or don't even, I mean, any species of animal, basically, I should say, not just a deer. And then there's the lack of motivation to get out there and explore. I mean, me personally, I like to get out, and even in the off season when it's not in, get out and walk the woods and explore and figure it out. That goes back to like the public land hunting. Preseason, postseason scouting is important. It's important for elk. It's important for all sorts of species. I mean, it's the best way is to get feet on the ground. And, some people just have the lack of, they don't want to get out and do that exploring. They expect that let's just go set a tree stand up and boom. And then after 2 or 3 times, they don't see anything because they've sat in the wrong spot or not in the correct spot to where the deer are traveling through or anything traveling through. Yeah, this just ain't for me. I ain't no good at it, Or they pick up a weapon and they think that they pick up a weapon and shoot it a half a dozen times and then they're fine. That's not the way it goes. Practice, practice, practice. You got to practice. I can't preach that enough. Us as hunters owe that to the animal to make the most knowledgeable and ethical harvest that we can. And then there's others that, they had no one to introduce them into hunting. I knew a gentleman that his dad and nobody in his family had ever hunted before. And he got together with another buddy of mine and we became good friends. And through us, he learned how to hunt and fish. And he was able to harvest his first deer with his bow the first year that he hunted. Very happy and very proud of him on that one, But in that case, he didn't have anybody to teach him. He had nobody ever introduced him to it when he was a child or when he grew up in the teenage stage. He was in his mid to late 20s when that happened. And we got him introduced, and he's been a long-time hunter, and he's now since put hunting to the side as he works so many hours that he just don't have the time to get out. And there's another reason why people don't hunt, lack of time. I know for me, now that my kids are grown and out of the house, I get to hunt a little bit more because we don't have children at home. I'm not trying to spend the time with them, and I'm not, so I have time to get out. And not that it was ever a bad thing that when they were growing up and trying to spend time with them, but I just felt that it was more important to try to spend time with them and do the things that they like to do. And I introduced them to hunting. And as you've seen, the show that has aired on Gen 7 was my oldest daughter's first deer hunt ever. And she harvested a nice little 4-point. And but, that was something that we did together, and hopefully one of these days we can do that again. But, I mean, you just got to be able to go out and you got to be able to put the time. You can't always do that, and some people don't. My job that I have is very demanding, and most jobs, some people have them kind of demanding jobs so they can't get out and do the hunting. Yeah, I know. Same with me. Same with me. So, I mean, with work, and I'm fortunate, being a plant manager, I'm fortunate that I'm able to get out as much as I can. And I enjoy it. I got vacation time. I take that vacation time just about every year just to deer hunt. So we're moving right on along here. We've been on here for about 15 minutes now. See, I got 4 viewers. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to just throw them here on the comment section, and we'll get through this here. The last and final question that did come through that I chose that made the cut was, what other animals have I hunted? So let's see. I've hunted turkey. My favorite harvest would have probably been the day that me and you harvested both them deer together. Your first one, and then the small little basket 8 that I'm sure everybody's seen on Gen 7 that aired this morning, and it aired last Thursday night, and it'll air again at 5 p.m. Tuesday evening. I've hunted rabbit. I have not hunted rabbit in quite a few years, just because of the lack of property. I mean, I know there's state ground, but they're so heavily hunted, I would rather go out to some private ground somewhere and kill me some nice bushy tails rabbit, but sometimes it's just not in the cards. I've hunted pheasant, same way. Let's see. I've not hunted duck, not hunted goose, kind of forbidden for doing that. The wife likes her duckies and likes her geese. So Can't do that, even though one of these days maybe I'll get one on the wall. As everybody's seen, I've hunted deer. That is my main passion, is hunting the deer. And I have also hunted squirrel, as you guys have seen. We hunt that quite a bit. Love to go out and kill some squirrels, and squirrel meat's good. The same as way as deer. That's pretty much about all I've ever hunted. We hunted turkeys. I did some turkey hunting a few years. Killed my first turkey with a nice 12 gauge down in southern Illinois. Some land that my grandpa got me. Right now I don't have anywhere to go, so this year I kind of missed out on that, but hopefully next year we'll get involved in the IRAP program here in Illinois, and maybe we'll bring you guys some turkey action next spring. But that's about all. I'd like to go hunt elk out in Colorado. I'd like to go hunt some bear up in Canada, maybe even hunt them big Canada, Saskatchewan whitetails as well. And maybe even try to get an antelope, and maybe one of these days we'll be able to make that kind of hunt and make that be able to go. So that's about all I've hunted. Trying to think. I mean, I don't think I've hunted anything else. Squirrel, rabbit, pheasant, and turkey. That's about all there really is too much to hunt here in Illinois. So hopefully one of these days we'll get to travel to other states and do some of them other hunts that I want to do. Another question here is, what do you do with your deer meat once I get it? Well, in years past, me and the wife have went ahead and processed the deer ourselves. And I make that, I don't make any special stuff. Make straight grind, butterfly the back straps, do the inside tenderloins, make them. And then some of the back legs we'll make into we'll make into steaks, a couple roasts. And for the most part, that's what we do with it. We eat everything every deer that I harvest, I do eat, whether it be I mean, it might take me we put 3 deer in the deep freeze this year, and between me and the wife, we should get most of that eaten before deer season happens. So we eat a lot of deer meat. But this past year, I killed that 8-pointer, as you guys had seen. Killed that 8, and fence line was running around, so I wanted to get fence line, and he kept daylighting, so wow. Took that one to the shop. $600 and some later, but I had a lot of special stuff made, a lot of deer salami, a lot of deer sticks, some grind, and that sort of thing. And then once I killed fence line, it was shotgun season. It was upon us, and I needed to get to my dad and be able to hunt, so I put that one in the shop and did the same thing. I've gave probably a quarter, maybe almost a half a deer away total to family, and that's just for the fact of, got to share the wealth. I was able to. I always try to get what I need in the freezer first, then give away. Under special circumstances, I'll give it away anyway. But yeah, I mean, we killed the small doe with the shotgun, and I just was going to have to go back to work and didn't want to have to mess with it, so I just went ahead and put it in the shop. And let me tell you, if you guys are going to put deer in the shop, make sure you got plenty of money, because if you go get the special stuff, it is expensive. We were, with all 3 deer, we was about $1,300 deep. Like I said, I did a lot of special stuff. I didn't do just straight grind or straight steaks or any of that sort of thing. I did a lot of deer salami, did a lot of hot dogs, raw brats, did jalapeno cheddar sausage links, deer snack sticks. We did some barbecue deer snack sticks and original snack sticks. And I took that to Taraski Meats there in Springfield, and they do a wonderful and phenomenal job. Don't ever see myself shying away from them as far as when I want the special stuff. Everything we've gotten has been A1 perfect. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we do once I get it. If I harvest it, if I go ahead and we do it ourselves, process it ourselves, I'll skin quarter it here at the house. We get it in coolers and get it on ice. You're very welcome. And once we get it on the ice, then me and the wife go to start chopping it up for whatever we're going to do, burger, steak, roast, whatever we're going to do. And it's a long, drawn-out process. I've been doing it since I was 12, 13 years old. I've been doing it. Stood alongside my dad, my grandpa, my mom, my grandma. Watched them do it as I was even younger than that age. And maybe if we do one this year, maybe I'll do a special, maybe live, or do a video to post on YouTube on just about how I go about doing some of that, and so that you guys can see that. Looks like if there's no more questions, I am going to go ahead and jump off here so I can go get on them hot Italian sandwiches, because I am looking forward to them. I am starving my butt off. And I know the wife is too, sitting in there waiting on me to do that. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate the questions from each and every one of you. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks on another live Q&A. And just remember, this will be up on the website for anybody to look at as well. So thank you. We appreciate it. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, folks.